Go.
Hi, so this is Holly Bloom's Garden. It is by Sarah Ashman, and Nancy Parent wrote the story, and I am the illustrator, so I got to draw the pictures, and I am Lori Mitchell. With permission from Flashlight Press, we can read this, and they are the wonderful publishers of this book. So I'm going to read it. This is the beautiful garden. My husband is the reason why this is all still alive. I am more like Holly in this story. So I am not good at keeping plants alive, but I can draw them. So let's see what happens with Holly in our story. Holly Bloom's Garden by Flashlight Press, written by Sarah Ashman and Nancy Parent, illustrated by Lori Mitchell. Holly Bloom felt as grouchy as the thorns on a rose bush. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't make her flowers grow. "Don't worry, sweet pea," said Holly's mother. That's Holly's mother. That's Iris. "Some people, like some flowers, take longer to bloom. They're called late bloomers. Keep trying, your flowers will grow soon." So there's Holly. Does she look a little bit kind of upset? There's her dad back there, her sister Rosie, and her brother Bud. Okay. "I'll plant a garden for you," said Holly's sister, Rosie. This is Rosie, who had not been a late bloomer. Rosie's flowers were famous all over town. But Holly did not want Rosie to plant a garden for her. She wanted to plant one for herself. So here's all the stuff that you use to plant flowers, and there's her sister putting those beautiful flowers in there. "What I really need," thought Holly, "is a green thumb. Mama says people who grow flowers have a green thumb." So Holly took out her paint box, mixed together some blue and yellow paint, and gave herself a green thumb. So you might have heard that. If you have a green thumb, she was thinking very literally that if she painted it, it would work. Then she went outside and planted some new flowers. So here she is, and she's got her little chicken. You might keep an eye for that chicken on some of the pages here. So she goes out. But Holly's green thumb disappeared before dinner, and her dahlias drooped before she even had dessert. So there's her droopy dahlias, and she's eating her dessert there. Maybe fertilizer would help, thought Holly. But the fertilizer tickled Holly's nose, and her sneezes blew it away. And look at her little chicken, got scared because she sneezed all that fertilizer away. Her brother Bud said, "You need to find the right tools." So Holly looked in the shed. First, Holly tried a hoe. She worked until she made a perfect patch of dirt, and then she dug some holes in the ground with a trowel. Into each hole, she put a flower. Holly filled a watering can and carried it back to the garden to give her flowers a little drink. But the watering can was so heavy she accidentally soaked them. So look at there, it's pretty heavy. She can't carry it all, and she's really getting too much water on there, and her little chicken is concerned about that. In the morning, Holly ran to the window to check on her flowers. Her daisies had wilted, and her petunias looked pathetic. "I guess I didn't use the right tools," thought Holly, going back to the shed. "What's up, Ladybug?" asked Holly's father, Harold. This is Harold, her dad. "I wanted to grow flowers like Mom and Bud and Rosie," Holly said, "but I don't have the right tools." Said her father. "There are many different kinds of tools. You just need to find the right one that work for you." Holly nodded, but she didn't know what other tools to try. But look at, there might be a clue here on the dad's bag. That might be a clue. He was an artist. We could see him painting earlier in the story. Holly walked sadly through the garden, looking at all the pretty flowers that her mother, sister, and brother had planted. Their bluebells were brilliant, and their gardenias were glorious, and their daffodils were simply dazzling. Wherever Holly Bloom looked, someone else's flowers were blooming. Look at these beautiful flowers. These are all not her flowers. There's a little cat in the window there, and look at her dad is looking through with his painter smock on, and she's there with her chicken. Oh, can we find a chicken on this page? That night, Holly's parents tucked her into bed. "Good night, Ladybug," said her father, kissing Holly on the forehead. "Sleep tight, sweet pea," said her mother, turning off the light. But Holly wasn't ready to sleep. She had thought of a way to make her garden grow. Oh, what has she got here? How's she going to grow her garden? What are our guesses? Let's see if we can think of something. Look at all her pictures in her room. Oh, she has a picture of her chicken. When everyone had gone to bed, Holly tiptoed into her father's art studio. His brushes and paint tubes were all over the room, but Holly found what she needed in the special corner her father had made for her. Holly worked in the studio all night without making any noise. Look at all that. She's doing something with all those papers and paintbrushes. What is she going to do? In the morning, Holly's father put breakfast on the table while her mother arranged some snapdragons in a vase. "Wake up, Holly, time for breakfast," her father called. Holly's muffled voice came from inside her father's studio. "Just a minute," she replied. "Holly," her mother cried, "were you in there all night?" Come on out, Ladybug," said her father with a grin. Oh, he knew what was going on. Slowly the door opened, and there stood Holly Bloom surrounded by flowers. Oh, what a garden she'd grown! There were tissue paper tulips, crepe paper chrysanthemums, and a pipe cleaner pansy. Her flowers were made of paper and paste and sparkles and paint. They were full of life and guaranteed to last forever. So all of these are painted and she made those all night. She spent quite a night. And the best of all, they were grown especially by Holly Bloom. So there's Holly, and see if you can find her chicken in that one. Her chicken really likes to stick close to her. So this is really a family that I know. So this is Lainey, and that's her mom and her dad and brother and sister. So those are real people that posed for this story. I'm not sure that she likes to grow flowers, but she is artistic and creative. The whole family is creative, and they sing and do artwork. So it was really fun to draw all these together with my friends, because Susan is my friend, and her kids are now friends with my daughter. So that is the story of Holly Bloom's garden. So you can see our beautiful garden in the background. So go out in your garden, go enjoy your garden, go draw your garden, or help things grow.